Hello, fellow Factorians. Welcome back to my challenge run. During the last episode, I implemented new lead processing technology to more efficiently make lead that I don't actually need right now. I added more gas furnaces, which has been really helpful to make sure that my petri dishes are made from hot air, as it helps me avoid syngas. And I added a lot more geothermal power, which makes sure that I run on the bare minimum of raw coal. I also went and made a bunch of tweaks and fixes, and all of them seem to have worked out as science is going really, really well. I'm maintaining an average of like 440 automation signs per minute and something like 210 plus I1 per minute. So, yeah, really happy about how quickly science is going. Although, of course, for somebody watching this, they'll think, quickly, what are you talking about? You're at 124 hours and you're still near the beginning of Pi 1 science. Well, them's the breaks when you're playing a nutty mode. During the hands-off period, I set up a giant new wood build and cleared a lot of trees and rocks out of the area to make sure that I had space for it. I also connected or set up the connections as I would like them for the new Pi 1 build and found a few places to squeeze in seaweed farms to make up for the fact that cliffs are in the way of some of them. I also set up the glassworks for that and set up where I'd like to set up a third quartz mining area, as my current two quartz areas are slowly creeping downward around the edges. They still have plenty of quartz, but not enough production because I can't squeeze in more miners onto the patch. So, with that said, I'm going to jump into the live play to start tackling the many, many things that I want to address during this episode. So, first order of business is a couple of things that I can do right here. First thing I want to do is make sure that I start deleting some of this lead plate that I'm buffering. Notice that I can actually send some more down the line to be made into circuits because I've actually managed to clear out the buffer that I had locally. So yeah, just want to make sure that as I make more circuits, which I'm going to have to do right now as I'm looking for yellow inserters, that my existing ash buffer gets removed. I also want to set up a caravan here to take lead from that comes in from soot separation, and I'm going to make it go ahead and delete that lead by pushing it into lead processing, if lead processing has any capacity at all to consume it, which it won't for a while because I'm not really going to use that build, but might as well have it ready for the future. So yeah, I'm just going to clean up the line and send out the soot processing that I'm doing here locally at the Bootstrap base through as well. Okay. Next item of business is to go into hands-on mode because I guess I'm cheating. Oh well. 30 seconds is not going to really be that much of a violation. I guess I could talk for a bit while I count out the time. Big task is going to be up here to set up a new wood processing facility, but before that I'm going to need more ash and more carbon dioxide. So yeah, I'm going to run off and make more ash, although first I want to fix the caravan that is doing my geothermal system, sending treated wood through it because he has mistakes. I forgot to turn off these checkboxes, so go ahead and do your loop now. Alright, next order of business. Oh yeah, I want to change how I buffer aluminum, because I'd like this buffer to be able to use the buffered stuff from soot voiding. So yeah, don't want to get more aluminum, but I guess I will need some soon. So might as well keep some in my system. Alright, next item of business. So I will set up this caravan. Gonna do that, be right back. Alright, and that is some lead ore voiding. I also want to set up a caravan to go fetch treated wood and put it into the system, as I'd rather use treated wood rather than regular wood if it's available. To do that, I'll need to set up kind of like a prioritization scheme for treated wood, as there's the important things to do with treated wood, which is power geothermal and power my burners for hot air, and then that'll be a less important thing. I'll take care of that later. So next item is to go work on having a little bit more ash in my system. So yeah, it's going to be very similar to what I'm already doing. Just going to basically copy what's going on here and add the caravan outposts to collect ash from another group of boilers, and I'll be right back after I've done that. Gonna need a few more yellow inserters, unfortunately. Oh, and to clear out yet another piece of iron mining that is no longer functional. So yeah, I'm gonna go grab those inserters. Whoop, that is actually necessary. That is planned obsolescence. I'll have to go add another iron mine at some point. So off to grab a few more inserters. Alright, and that is all set now. Should have, yeah, another close to 4 lanes of ash coming through. Occasionally a little bit of ash will slip through, but not the end of the world. In fact, I could even cut off the access to the solid separators, since I have plenty of other steam production elsewhere, but yeah, why do that for now? Alright, next to add a little bit more CO2 production. While I'm heading up there, I noticed that I've got an issue with my copper mining up here. Some pieces of the miners are not working because I guess I copied in an incorrect blueprint, and I need to, yeah, fix that. There we go. And also, of course, some of the miners have died. But what else is new? Fortunately, Muddy Sludge is A-OK. Alright, CO2. This will add, basically take up a full belt of CO2 now, or a full belt of coke now. So if I want to expand this further, I will have to supply it with some additional resources. Alright, and that will provide enough CO2 for my moss build. Let's see, what will I tackle next? Yes, I'm going to clean up these crystal mines that have started to fail. I'll have to re-add them to a new quartz area that I've set up for the future. So many crystal mines that have failed. I guess it's a little tedious to hear about how pieces of mining have failed on me, but, you know, like, every so often I just lament it. but I really can't complain. I increased my resource levels, so it's not that much of a problem. So let's hook in a new setup for trees. I might as well put in the pipes while I'm here. It's going to take a while to set this up because there are so many bits and pieces. I have varied my logs design yet again. Now I've set it up so that logs are... These are all going to be caravan delivered, so ash is going to come in here, and the logs are going to be taken out by caravan. So with that said, I flipped one of the builds around so that it kind of faces it and is nicely symmetrical. I think it makes a nice design that you can't see half of because I don't have a radar on there yet, but I will soon. So off to, collect resources to build that build. I don't quite have all the things built that I need to lay down this build, but I think I'll just get started on it anyway. I've got so many things that I need to put down, so my inventory would explode even if I did try and collect it all up. And it's not very far away. Refined concrete makes it really easy to run back and forth. Also, I want to get this radar down and working so that I can go and check what I am missing. So yeah, I'm just going to be building this while you guys presumably listen to some music. Alright, fantastic. This build is done, and I1 is running low for some reason, so I better figure out what's going on with that. Let's see. It's not a good sign. You're low on glassware. You're low on glassware because you cannot run your... So, just in time, I needed more logs, and I built more logs, so... I just need to set up caravans to come deliver ash to this build and take away the logs. Yeah. Looks like I've predicted this problem perfectly for once. Now I just need to set up caravans. Oh, and I need to remember to charge them up with food before I start giving them orders. Don't like to go hungry. Well, who does? Alright, and hopefully this build will be working as soon as I get some moss in to Why are you guys off? Oh, because I haven't connected water. Duh. Alright. As soon as I connect water to this build, hopefully it will be working. Then I will have a little bit more wood coming in. Alright, now I've just set up a caravan to go collect wood for me, although I'm going to manually fill up this caravan outpost so that Pi 1 starts catching up. It'll still prioritize wood that is in this system, but yeah, we'll just bring in some extra. I don't think I was too far off the mark, but clearly I was a little bit light. And it was just thanks to lots of wood buffering that I didn't have a failure, so kind of good in that sense, although not the greatest feeling. I think I can actually turn on a little bit more Pi 1 as well, because I have, even during the before this failure, I had Braux backing up here. So that is a good thing. All right, let's see. What else can I do while I'm down here? I had a giant task list, so let's start collecting that stuff up. I did put some lead in disposal and lead processing. So those things are knocked out. Fix ordering of quartz. I can do that right here. I just need to switch which lane some quartz miners are depositing onto to maximize the flow into my molten glass area. And yeah, maybe that's the next thing I do. Maybe I set up that quartz mining area. Partially because I'll need it in the future, and partially because I might as well get these quartz miners out of my inventory. Ooh, another thing that I can do while I'm down here, I noticed that the anthracene voiding doesn't run full tilt, but the naphthalene voiding does, so I can switch one of these to void more naphthalene. That'll make me a little bit more naphthalene voiding, a little bit more creosote production, overall grand. Alright, the next thing I want to do, I wanted to adjust my treated wood system to be kind of like a priority system. So I'm going to set up 2 outposts here. I'm going to move treated wood here to here, and then every caravan that was dealing with treated wood has to be retargeted. So I'm just going to pick this one up and then sort out retargeting the caravans that should be complaining right now. They should be complaining right now because they lost their caravan outpost. Okay, well, I guess I will do it manually. Alright, this is my treated wood to depot, so I want him to do the drop at both of them. Alright, now I've just added a new interrupt for getting treated wood must, which hopefully has affected both of the other caravans that were using it. Let's see. Oh no, this one was something else. What should this action be? I think he's already got a priority. So I'm babbling here, but I'm thinking how I should set up this caravan. I had him waiting at the one outpost that treated wood sits at, but maybe he can just wait anyway, because he's got a interrupt to go fill himself up. So yeah, we'll have him fill cargo twice before and after he waits, and then go do another loop. Sure, all the geothermals are full. Let's see, there should be one more caravan. Oh, I haven't created this caravan yet. Let's set him up. All right, and that is that caravan set up to take the treated wood that is kind of like the lower priority treated wood over to my lead area, and that'll just mean that if I, rather than voiding every bit of treated wood, I've been voiding a lot of it into the steam system, and I'd rather have it used for other things if possible, because it's a really nice fuel, both in terms of the fuel value and in terms of the fact that it doesn't produce ash. So yeah, I just want to make the most out of it, and then wood, regular logs to wood will be the backup. Make sure Pi 1 is catching up. Pi 1 is catching up. Great. Reset the science alert. I guess I will set up that quartz system now. It's definitely not going to be connected up, and doesn't need to be connected up until I try and make more glassware. It is down here, past the giant Pi 1 build that I'm also doing. So yeah, let's get going on that. I guess I will string power poles down there so I can put a radar and know what I need to build. Be back after I've done at least some pieces of this work. Alright, radar is all set up. Now I can see that I still have not covered the whole thing in radar, but that's okay. At least I'll set up this build. So caravan outpost, a bunch of glassworks, and crystal miners. Alright, that should be easy. Ran past my bootstrap base while I was clicking off the items that I'd done on the task list. Kind of like when you're thinking about work and drive past your exit on the highway. Anyway, I've never done that before, for sure. Did this thing. Oh, I wanted to do that as actually. I want the gasoline system here to kick on at a higher level. Just in case syngas runs low, and then I can let this go below that level, so for sure I will get syngas. I don't think it'll end up mattering, I've got plenty of syngas, but maybe in the future it will. So back to making the new molten glass build. Alright, and this build is mostly built, except that I've neglected to bring enough crystal miners, which I'm okay with, because none of this is going to be running for a very long time. Well, I say a very long time, at least a couple of episodes. The pipe work for it runs through the Pi 1 build, the new one, the Pi 1 build that I haven't set up yet, because I'm getting the fluids and glass, molten glass coming through there. And yeah, so I don't mind that it won't be ready to run yet. Also, I'm getting close to where I want to terminate the episode. Science is back to working well, and hopefully with these new log builds, I won't be running out of logs anymore. Really shouldn't. I mean, like, I've got 2 new log builds, so I better check that they actually function. Let's see. Moss is backed up. Is there an issue? Yep. Let's go see why Moss is backed up. But yeah, I should just fix the issues that I've created with my sloppy building. Oh, wait, why is this turned off? That is awful. Is it because logs are full somehow? This is not good. This really should have prioritized inputting here. So why are you blocked? very odd. I might put in a belt balancer, even though I hate putting in belt balancers. Alright, that should get that flowing again. Alright, I'm gonna go fix that, the new log build, see why part of it, the moss, is not working. Alright, it's because he did not empty out his ash. Well, that makes sense. And that should create full belts of ash. You need 7 yellow inserters per side, and I'd have misset this. So, time to look for more problems. Be right back. Alright, well this is a problem right here. And that's because I copied this build and didn't account for the fact there are 2 assemblers depending on it. Alright, this will take care of it. Although I could just use 1 assembler to make the seeds, and that would kind of fix it in a different way and probably a better way. Alright, let's do this. Okay, that'll make this side run. Yep, it's getting inserted on the correct side. Perfect. Let's check the other things. The quartz doesn't matter because I haven't hooked it up yet. How about my treated wood prioritization? You are waiting for treated wood, which is fine because you're getting it from the must level. This one's this one's getting it from the could level. This one's getting it must level. You're dropping off. Not treated wood. Oh, you're okay. This is backward. You should drop off at the must level and then end up at the could level and wait there if you haven't managed to drop. Okay, fixed. What else? What else? As long as logs are flowing in here, everything should work as it did before, and there should be plenty of logs available now, both because my bootstrap base can make some, and this should be making a whole lot more, especially once these nurseries are running, hopefully, presumably. Yeah, the seeds are getting down there, and this is all running, so I think I'm in good shape. Let's go in hands-on mode, hands-off mode. Jeez, why do I always get that backward? And yeah, let's hope that science keeps running well. And titanium processing is going to come up next. That's actually something that I will implement and is way more interesting than lead processing. It'll be the first introduction to the Pyanodons metal grade dance, where you get to see grade 1 turn into grade 2, or maybe turn into grade 3, which will turn into grade 4, which will turn into grade 1.5, and so on and so forth. And you kind of have to figure out which grade turns into which grade to make the metal processing work. It's not actually that complicated. It's just funny that sometimes the grades don't go up linearly. It's like, oh, it goes up to 3, but then back to 2. I think it's borrowed from actual mining, where the grades are different size, like different coarsenesses. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a mining expert, but I do know that a lot of the chemical processes, especially the mining processes, mimic what actually happens in the real world. I talked to some Australian guy who was actually does this for a living, and mentioned like some of the processes the Pyanodons have, and he was like, "Oh, cool! That's actually what we do for real." So I thought that was pretty neat. Anyway, end of random story time and end of the episode. See you next time.